Today we're talking time management strategies for work. Because I want to be respectful of your time, I'm not going to give you some of the same stuff you're going to see on other videos about this topic. We're not going to talk about planning systems. We're not going to talk about how to remove distractions or that some activities are higher or lower value than others. All of these are tweaks. They're tips, time management tips that suggest you're doing things really well right now. And for most of us, actually, time management is really hard. We need more than a tip, a tweak, or two. We need real strategies that actually work. So buckle up, grab your cup of coffee, and today we're going to talk about time management strategies for work. Let's get started. Before I dive in, please subscribe to my videos. Go ahead and hit that button down below. Click the bell also so that you'll get notified as soon as they come in. People search for time management videos because they're in pain. They're not as effective as they need to be. They're feeling overwhelmed. There's always more to do than you can address. And that's actually a fact. Today's workforce is leaner and leaner, and you do have way too much to do. Pain we feel is that we expect ourselves to do everything. The culture of work says you really can do it all, you just need to run faster, further, and harder. We try to manage, we juggle things, keep the balls up in the air, keep the plate spinning, and we keep doing so until things start to slip off. We miss a son's practice, a daughter's recital, we're missing meals with our loved ones, we're dropping deadlines at work, and we're having to make up for things that we said we were going to do, but we just can't get it all done. The response is simply to go faster. And I actually had an experience of this a week and a half ago, trying to deal with clients in actually multiple states. I was driving, and unfortunately, I had an accident in my car because I was going too fast. So right now, time management is very real for me and very raw. I need this too. Let's just state for the record, the problem more than likely isn't you, or your practices, or your inability, or your procrastination, although we do tend to turn and point the finger at ourselves when these things drop. You do have too much to do. You can't do it all. At some level, you know this, which then leads to some problematic behaviors like procrastination or distraction, which only exacerbates the problem. Today, I want to offer you the beginnings of a real solution, which we'll tease out in great detail over coming videos. Step number one, accept that you cannot do it all. You can't do everything that everyone else wants you to do or expects of you. Brings us to point number two, you're going to have to choose where you're going to invest your energy. How do you go about doing that, you ask? My favorite resource for time management is Stephen Covey's book, First Things First. In it, he suggested that we think about how we invest our time in terms of the major roles and relationships we play in life and what significant action would look like for them. What you see behind you are some of the main roles that I have to fulfill in any given time period. And over time, some of these are more important than others, more significant because those relationships and the rest of life are in flux. I have to do is to decide which of these are most significant for the coming week and which of these really deserve an investment of my time. As you can see, I've circled two of the roles which were significant for me in the week just past. One was as a creative, where I spent a lot of time on my video production. The other was as father, where my daughter was presenting before the Tulsa City Council. This, by the way, the combination of role and significant action, is what Covey referred to as the big rocks. If you Google Covey and big rocks, you'll probably be able to come up with some of the older videos. He would get a glass jar and put big rocks in them, and then put sand in around. And the big rocks were the important things that need to be put into our schedule first, and the rest of what we have to do fills in like the sand around the rocks. I can't make time multiply or grow, and I had to make a choice. I had an invitation to spend some time as part of my sales role with some other business leaders here in Tulsa. And yet that was at the same time and conflicted with my daughter's city council presentation. This is where your values come in. You make a choice of where you're going to invest your time based upon what you value most. And in this case, I was able to send a text to let some folks know that we would get together at a different time, and I was able to make that time investment for my daughter. Now, why, Rob, do you have up here several roles? This is time management strategies for work, you ask. Well, you, just like you are a whole person. You can't take away these other roles and divide yourself in two and somehow be real effective down here if you're really sucking up here. So yes, even as I think about time management strategies for work, I take into account my other major roles. And I look at my week in total, and I think, where am I going to spend my time this week so that I am most effective as a person? By doing so, I manage my time in ways that are consistent with my values. I can't get everything done, but I can get the most important things done by choosing where I'm investing. That, as simple as it is the core of time management and effective time management. That is, choosing where you invest your time. So how do you move forward with this? This week, I'd like you to step back and do a little bit of reflection. Think of the important roles and relationships in your life. Decide which of them in this coming week deserve significant investment, deserve significant action on your part, and then go ahead and make that commitment, block that into your calendar. Come back for more. In short order, I'm going to be producing some more videos that talk about how you take this and fine-tune it specifically for particular groups of people. So we're going to have time management strategies for managers, time management strategies for creatives and other solopreneurs, time management strategies for work-life fulfillment, and then time management strategies, a time management tool called Status Assessment. So 5 videos in total, and I hope these will help you be more effective in your time management. Before you leave, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That simple act on your part opens up the door for me to promote myself a little bit more on YouTube. So thanks, and if you can get somebody else to sign up, I'd appreciate it as well. Comments, other strategies that work for you in terms of time management, please go ahead and put it in the comments below. And until next time, be well.